Welcome back to my series, The Strong One Decoded, where we are diving headfirst into all things related to the Strong One archetype. We're gonna cover, how does somebody become the Strong One? How does one get that role? First, let's start off by saying no one chooses to be the Strong One. It's a role that's pretty much bestowed on you without your permission, without your consent. It can come from a variety of sources. Let's talk about it. I talk a lot about being the eldest daughter because that familial role ends up having a lot of responsibilities that in turn puts a woman in the Strong One role. I can't tell you how many eldest daughters that I have spoken to that have been parentified, and that is a concept that we'll get more into in later episodes. A lot of times they didn't even realize they were going through this parentification until they grow up, reflect back, and like, wait a minute, I was basically the third parent in this household. No matter how put together a child may present or act, they are still a child. Obviously, as a Black woman, there are very deep-rooted historical and cultural factors that lends itself to these combination of characteristics. During slavery, Black women were looked at as stronger and more capable of handling pain and discomfort compared to their white counterparts, which, by the way, that narrative still exists today. Hello, medical racism. It's also the professional career influence that plays a role into being the only woman, the only person of color, the only woman of color in a room. That's the case, you typically feel ready and responsible to make sure that everybody in that room knows that you're deserving of being there, even though it's very clear that you are. There may be a need to prove your existence in the space, especially in these high-performing, high-stress, and male-dominated fields. Hence, the Strong One archetype continues to develop. Now, all of these factors can create the Strong One archetype, further reinforced when you get messaging from everyone around you. Your parents, your siblings, your teachers, your attendings, your supervisors, employers, your partners. Everyone is reinforcing the message that you're doing a good job, everything you're doing is just so great and so amazing. See how that gets tough? That is all I have. Where do you think your identity of being the Strong One came from? Leave it down in the comments. Make sure to share this with someone who you feel like would find this helpful, and I will see you next time.